Okay. Let's see here. Are we recording? Yeah, we're recording. And there we go. There we are. We're up on Facebook. So hello everybody. How are you? This is our Monday program. This is our little pop-up show. And we have some people coming in. I don't see Marjorie in here yet, but I know it's Chisholm, there's Mandy O'Brien. Oh boy, we got a lot of people now. But I still don't see Marjorie. Well, anyway. To hell with her if she doesn't call, okay? All right, let me admit some people here. Oh, look, we got Mandy O'Brien, and we got Paul Levin, and we got Jeff Stein, and we got Francine Witt, and we've got Len LaFrisco, and we got Mike Chisholm, and Jeffrey Stein is trying to sign on, as always. And let me see here. Andrew Deutsch is just joining us. Here he comes. He should be joining us. There we go. All right. Anyway, hello everybody. How are you?
All the usual suspects.
All the usual suspects. And hopefully we'll get some other unusual suspects here.
Who
Mike
called
is
this
wearing
meeting?
a tie.
What?
Mike Chisholm is wearing a tie.
No, I don't wear ties.
Oh,
Oh.
no, you're not. It just looked like you were. Okay.
Yeah, he's just leaning back in his chair there. And Mandy's back at work.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, somebody's got to support us.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mike Chisholm, hello there. Good to see
Hi,
you,
guys.
Canada.
Nice to see y'all. I hopefully will be getting a little bit more consistent now. My dad's funeral was on Saturday, so nice to have that out of the way. And
Yeah.
it's good. Everything's good. It's just a big elephant that's now no longer here, which we're very, very excited about.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Plus the fact that, well, let's see here. He died how many weeks ago? A couple weeks ago?
At the very, very beginning of May, he died. But we get my sister and my brother and everybody here until now. And so
if he were Jewish, you couldn't wait that long.
So I've heard a few
48 hours.
Yep. I've been told that.
And the Muslims are even better than that. They say you got to dump them the same day. You know, really. Well, the theory being that once you bury somebody, and I'm sure you could probably, having just gone through this, you could say once he was buried, he kind of felt better. Life then went on. You know? And that's the reason why in those religions they bury people so early or so fast, is because they want you to get over the mourning period.
Yeah.
It's also a health concern from ancient times.
Is it really a health concern? I always thought it was just, hey, it's better that way.
Well, that may be true too, but it's really more of a like the old people used to. Never mind. I just want to. Who's the old people?
Yeah.
The old people used to, when the funeral was over, and they had the family gather at home. You would wash your hands right before you entered the bereaved's house.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So remember, during the Black Plague, people would die from dead bodies, just from contact with dead bodies.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't explain why they keep trying to bury me. I'm not even dead.
Well, I think we should have retroactive burial. I think the first one I choose at this point is Chuck Schumer. So anyway.
Oh my.
Hey, Alex,
what's he up to?
I know it's not a political thing, but I'm just curious, as a Canadian who just reads headlines sometimes, what's going on with your mayor? What's going on there?
Oh, what's going on with our mayor? Well, our mayor, forget our mayor. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not from what I've seen.
What? Our mayor, Adam?
You don't think
Oh, no. I'm talking about the primary.
No, forget it. We're talking about
No. I totally agree with that.
What's with your mayor? And Adams is a moron.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. And this guy, I mean, I wish I had voted for him now. I feel very bad. What
I can't get on.
What do you mean you can't get
I
on?
don't see me.
You're on.
Yeah, but I don't see me.
You don't see you. I don't know.
You on?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I love when they're in the same frame. It's happened. I can
Yeah.
count my hand how many times.
I don't know. I can just
I
watch it.
didn't know they knew
Hold
each
on a
other.
second. There's got to be something here. No, that's not it. That's not it. Bum. Let's go there. Are you signed in? I don't.
signed
No,
in.
You're watching it from here.
But I'm not on it.
No, but you didn't go to it.
Well, I thought I did.
No, you didn't. Let me see. Hold on a second. Talk to each
We'll talk amongst
Yeah.
ourselves. It's fine.
Everyone is always screwed up.
Yeah.
Let
I
me
think they should sing a duet.
Let me
Boy, the way Glenn
You're
Miller
good
played.
at Lucy Ellen.
Yeah. I was gonna say I got you, babe.
So-
Lens is
Oh,
better.
that's good too.
Alexa's better. That was
No, but that's not where you want to do it. Here's where you want
That's
to
the difference between this and the Sean Hannity show.
That's
You
right.
don't see the-
That's not the only difference.
That's not the only difference.
Yeah.
Care to join Mindy?
What?
Take it from there. Just
Join
Yeah.
meeting. Yeah, join meeting. Open app.
Okay.
How you doing, Brian? How's things going?
Okay, join meeting.
You want?
Oh, Brian's doing good.
Nice.
Well, we don't need it.
Yeah.
anyway.
Adrian's dance
Oh,
thing,
there we
huh?
go. Marjorie just entered the waiting room. Okay, and here she goes.
Yeah.
Admit. There we
There's
go.
Trump Hotel.
Huh?
There she
There's
comes.
Trump Hotel.
Oh, there it is right there. Yeah.
Are you in Vegas?
Adrian didn't like our view because of that.
Are you wait a minute. Are you in
I'll be
Vegas?
there in about 6 weeks.
Are you in Vegas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Adrian has her dance competition this week. So this
I-
last weekend, and she dances again tomorrow night. So
I figure that's
Cool.
kind of the worst place to take a kid, you know?
yeah, well, yeah, it's just a different trip than my usual trips here.
She wins at blackjack most of the time, right?
Yeah, they kicked us out of one place already because she wasn't 21, but I tried to sneak her in.
My sister used to go gambling up in
They didn't
Toronto.
kick her out of a hotel, did they? Because she was 21?
No, just eating establishment.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really? Oh, because
because it's like a sports book thingy. So, are you done? Okay.
When my
She-
sister
she-
was like 14, she was up there gambling. They
there
would.
was
She was.
gambling going on in there, and so she couldn't eat there, right?
Yeah, it's like a 21 and over place. So,
okay.
but it was in the hotel. Yeah, so whatever.
Just tell her that they didn't let her in because they don't like her.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell her she's
Yeah,
21
so-
as Asians look young.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, she did really good. She had her solo. So if you guys don't know, she's stopping dance. She's not going to dance anymore. So, yeah. So she made that decision.
Giving it up.
She just says she's tired of it. So she says she's done. So yeah, about a month ago, she said she didn't want to dance anymore. So I told her she has to finish out the season and go to nationals. So we're at nationals now, and then she's gonna start volleyball in a couple weeks. So yeah. So I know some people that are coaches and stuff of one of the top volleyball clubs. So she gets to do 2 years of starting, and then she's gonna probably be on the club tour. So
Why did she want to stop dancing?
I don't know. You can interview her when she gets out the bathroom. Yeah, she just said she was. Every friend that I have that has daughters in dance, they just say one time they're just done. They've gone through it and they want to move on. So yeah, so she wants to move on, and she's so tall. She's in the 98th percentile. So I told her, if you're going to stop, you need to think of your future self and do like basketball or volleyball. And so she wants to do volleyball really bad. So yeah, so she had her last solo on Saturday night and came off crying.
Why'd you come off crying?
Because she knew it was her last dance. So her last solo. So
Oh, okay. So there's a certain part of her that loves what she's doing, but she just doesn't want to continue doing it.
yeah, it's really demanding for her, for all the kids. And so if they're not 100% into it, so yeah, so she had group dances the other night, and she'll have her last group dance on Tuesday night. So yeah.
Cool.
Kind of sounds like an episode of The Bear.
So, Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go. She has some more classes today, and then she'll have classes tomorrow. They have hour-long classes. She'll have hip hop and contemporary today. So she's doing good though.
Just think of all the money you'll save on costumes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but volleyball, the club, so she can start traveling and when she's 11. This one is the one in San Jose is the top one almost in the nation. So I
Wow.
know friends that are coaches and stuff. So she can practice for 2 years. Then when she's 11, then if she makes the team, there are like 3 teams and she can start traveling.
Well, if she gives
So
it the same kind of intensity that she gave dance, which she
Yeah.
did give it a lot of
It'll
intensity,
be great.
she'll be fine. You know?
yeah, and we've been playing volleyball, her and I have been practicing and stuff like that, and that's big because dance I can't practice with her. She could practice herself, but then I get involved, and if she does basketball, my friend coaches, so he wants me to be one of the coaches also. So we'll
I'll be
see.
glad she quit now because a pole would be very expensive.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and this place is the place for it, I guess, huh? So
They
keep her
have,
away.
Yeah.
did they have pole dancing in the Olympics? They were thinking of putting it in.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean there's
Is that a serious question?
it's a serious lately it is a serious athletic endeavor.
I
Pole.
never heard that.
Yep.
No, it does take a lot. You try it sometime. It takes a lot of strength.
Yeah, Charlie, tell us.
Yeah.
I have observed many times over the years.
With
They're all very
dollar bills
fit.
in
How,
dollar bills in his hand.
I haven't got the strength
Charlie,
to,
how did you take care of all the chafing in your legs afterwards?
Yeah. Adrian, come on. Okay, she's just changing, and then you could interview her.
oh, okay.
So, yeah, so this is a nice convention. They've had like 1,200 dances so far, I think, and they must have like 2,000 dances from all the different categories and all the different groups. Okay, come here. Alex has a question for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard. Oh, that's why she's hiding. Okay.
Oh,
What are you chasing her now?
Okay. Hey. You have millions of people want to know the question.
Don't
Oh my
torture
gosh.
her.
There's millions of people on this podcast watching, you know that? Adrian,
Oh yeah.
Alex asked you why you want to quit dancing. Okay, she has no comment right now at this time.
What about, okay, what's your favorite style?
What's your favorite style of dance, baby? What's your favorite style?
Huh?
I don't know. Oh my gosh, yeah, she's checking out. Lyrical. She says lyrical. She makes me cry in that one. Yeah.
She's like a cat. You want to put the cat on camera, and the cat,
Yeah.
you don't want to be there.
Ask her if we can reach out to her PR team to get answers to these
Yeah.
important questions.
Okay, we're gonna go down to eat, and then she's gonna go some more classes today, and then I'm gonna go to the pool and observe some things outside the pool. Okay, you want to say hello?
Hi.
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 Good to see you. Have a nice time in Vegas. You're gonna do a lot of gambling. Still making those places.
He's already spending a lot of my money, so it's okay. Okay, say goodbye.
bye.
Hi.
Adrian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish there was betting on the dancing. Hell, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
There probably is on one of those websites.
Yeah, I think I just now that they're gone. I think that you can get if you're doing something like that. She was doing it for a long time. I mean, it's been maybe 4 years that I know that she's been doing it.
Yeah.
And I think you just get tired of it. You get tired of the competition and so on.
Especially at that age, you want to just go on to another thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not only that, but the thing about the competitions and the group stuff, it's for everything, including dance.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
pressure.
It's just not the way that we grew up, for sure.
Yeah. Oh no. Do we have any competitions at all? I don't remember any.
It's nothing like back in my Chippendales days.
Yeah, right.
Not in our days, Paula, right? Nothing.
You didn't have anything that you competed in like that?
Well, I had dance lessons, but it wasn't it was just like a local thing. It's
Little League
What
Baseball.
kind of
we
competition?
didn't compete. Let's put it like that. There's so much competition that the kids are
Hmm.
doing for everything.
Yeah. I took tap dancing,
That's fun.
but I can't do it now without tripping. You know, and
I
falling
took
over.
it in college and we put our taps on our sneakers
Oh, really?
for the class.
I actually had real tap shoes. My parents went out and bought me real tap shoes, and I took tap dancing, I guess, for a couple of months, and I learned the waltz clog, which is the standard tap. Okay. That's the first thing you know what I'm talking about, Francine, when I said the waltz clog? They used team to, oh, you went, I thought maybe you
You
did.
went no.
Yeah. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. And I could do it very well, and I could do it very well till a few years ago, and then I, got neuropathy, and if I try it now, it's almost like I'm going to fall down. It's ridiculous.
I can tell you, my granddaughter is 7, and she goes to. She's been going to MMA since she was 4, and mixed martial arts, and she goes in jiu-jitsu tournaments, and there is no participation trophies or anything like that. It's gold, silver, bronze. That's it. You're winning or you're learning. That's the attitude. And for her, it certainly has ignited a work ethic that is. I'm so grateful that she has it, and it's not just for the defense and that.
Yeah, but I also think competing in something like that somewhat takes the joy out of it, because it's that whole thing about you're competing to win, and winning isn't the thing you want to do. What you want to do is dance as well as you possibly can
And have fun.
and the only person you should be competing against is yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid of a sport and an art, dance, isn't it?
Yeah. It's become one of those pressure gigs for kids again. When you danced, Paula, there was no pressure, right?
Oh God, no.
Yeah. No. What oh God. What do you laugh at, Marjorie? These two have known each other all their lives.
Yeah.
Okay?
But we used to have those Friday night dances at the different places.
Well, yeah, and there were dance contests, but
Yeah.
but that had nothing to do with what we're talking about. I mean,
Had nothing to do about life.
Yeah. So anyway. And of course, we all know Jeff tap dances. So
Oh, you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
I used to ice skate.
You ice skate?
Yeah.
To this day, you ice skate?
No.
Oh,
I killed
okay.
myself.
Because I tried ice skating once, and I really got a nice wet ass.
I gave up the whole beauty pageant circuit when they went to 2-piece suits. So
Okay, yeah, exactly.
there you go.
Exactly. By the way, I didn't introduce everybody. There's let me see here. There's Mandy, and there's Paula, and there's Francine Witt, who's with us here in New York City, and there's Len Frisco, Mike Chisholm, Jeff Stein, Andrew Deutsch, Charlie Wallace, and Marjorie, who happens to be my wife, and then the ever popular Edward Berger.
That's right.
That's right. Suddenly I realized I hadn't introduced everybody because I didn't hear that's right. But anyway, so let me see here. What else? What's going on?
Alex, you referenced the bear. Have you watched the new season yet?
Yeah.
You've watched it all. We're at episode 8.
All of it.
Yet, but we're very, very
watched all of it.
We got through the last season, most of it, and then I don't know, we kind of lost touch. I don't know.
The most recent one or season 3?
Season 3, we got about halfway through.
Yeah, season 3, most people.
I think I'm out.
Most people think that season 3 is not very good.
But season 4 is.
I thought season 4 so far, yeah.
All right.
When episode was incredible. That episode with Sid and the kid was so good. I just the writing. I'm dumbstruck by the writing. It's
one of the best pieces of film in the last 5 years has been that one with Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
Oh my!
So good. That was so good.
But you know, the thing is,
Christmas
with that show, that's interesting about it, especially this year.
Which show, Alex?
The Bear.
Oh,
pay attention. Is that it really are made up of nothing but scenes with two people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Each other.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's it. And very and in close up too. Not not in instance where you see both of them in the frame and whatever.
a lot of dialogue.
Oh yeah,
a lot of dialogue.
A lot of food prep. I love that.
Well, they didn't do that much food prep in this series.
Yeah, I love that. Like when they have to. Yeah, when they have to get stuff out real quick. I love
I won't
that.
say how it ends, but we don't know whether there's going to be another season or not. You can't tell.
Yeah.
By the way it ends. It could end at the end of this season, and it would be, you could say, okay, that's the end.
Yeah.
Or it could keep going, and you go, okay, it can keep going. So I don't know where it's going that way. But
I agree with Francine. Every single time T makes that pasta, I want that pasta so bad. I see that rosé sauce, I want it so bad.
It's
true. Oh yeah, yeah. And the only trouble I have with the show is I'm getting a little tired of how depressed Carm is all the time.
Right. He's so introspective. That gets so annoying.
It gets annoying after a while. I want to see him happy once, Hey, I made a great dish. Wow. But no, you don't get that. But a lot of that resolves itself in the last episode, and I won't say what it is because I don't want to ruin it for Mike.
Well, I appreciate that.
I wanted to tell you, Mike, that I watched all of the Andor series, and then I liked it so much I went and watched Rogue One. I thought it was really a good series.
Will you tell Marjorie that?
I love hearing that.
She won't watch it. She just will not watch it. Oh, I don't like this. I'm bored by it.
Bored.
Listen, when your oldest friend in life tells you this is a show she loves.
Hey, that's why they have black and white and gray and blue and pink.
And I'll tell you, I've seen Rogue One before, and I didn't like it all that much. Then I watched the series, which then concludes with the beginning, where they're going with the beginning of Rogue One.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I really liked Rogue One because it all made sense,
That's a great lead into Star Wars. I don't think I would go there again, but I was really impressed with what they did.
Everybody's good in it, Diego Luna is terrific.
Yep.
He's the guy you get now when you can't get Pedro Pascal. And Stellan Skarsgård is so good in that show. He is just amazing.
Oh, and Dedra, the girl who plays Dedra. Like, Dedra she might be one of my favorite characters in the last 10 years of any show. She is so awesome.
Which character?
Dedra.
Good.
Yeah, she is just, oh my God, she's good.
Yeah.
She's so ruthless and a bad guy. And just her,
Oh, yeah. Oh, the bad one. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Every actor in that show is great. And the writing is terrific. And I try and get Marjorie to watch it. She watches it for 5 minutes and goes, I don't like this.
She's entitled.
No, she's not.
Thank you, Paula.
How many here have seen Andor? Okay. Is it not great?
Yeah.
It's maybe the best Star Wars ever done.
Yeah, it's so good.
I need to go back and rewatch Rogue One now after what you said.
Yeah.
What you do is you watch Andor, and then when you get to the end of Andor, you watch Rogue One. It's like it's only 2 hours, but all of a sudden it all comes together as one cohesive piece. And that was so amazing about what they did with it,
And it moves right into A New Hope. Like, Andor ends, and 10 minutes later, Rogue One begins. Rogue One ends, and 10 minutes later, A New Hope begins. Like, they're all within days of each other. at that point. It's
Yeah,
great.
they've wedged it into that place in the Star Wars universe. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have very, very good memories about Star Wars. That was like a big event for my kids, and I remember seeing it on the big screen, and it was wonderful. The whole thing was
Yeah,
they
no, it was terrific. It was terrific. But this thing just it's so special because it's just set in the Star Wars universe. At its base, it's a spy drama,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what makes it so good. Look, Marjorie's left because we're talking about it.
The idea, I always love the concept of one man's terrorist is another person's freedom fighter.
Yeah.
I always think that that's a really fun juxtaposition. And I love shows that play with that idea. And you can really see it from all the different angles watching this show. I love that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you watch a video of what's going on in Iran, for instance, and you see all these people by the tens of thousands all cheering and being on the side of Iran and everything. You go, well, how can they do that? They're terrorists. Well, they don't think they're terrorists. They think we're terrorists.
Yep.
You know, you hear them saying all the time that, America wants the end of Iran. And that's why we've got to protect ourselves.
Well, the difference between the movies and real life is that it's very clear cut in the movies who's who.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least that's a good part about movies as opposed to real life.
I wish you would make the people in real life, the real life characters that do this kind of stuff, think a little bit though. Like, there's always a different perspective, and almost none of the time there's a black and white, right and wrong.
Well, again, we don't get political on this show, but I got to tell you, we voted for Cuomo, okay? And now I feel guilty about it.
No, I don't.
You pointed out the other day, you don't have to feel guilty about it. Now you can vote for this guy, you know?
Yeah, I don't think his winning is good.
Not me.
Well, okay. I want to hear this. This is good.
What Francine, what were you going to say first?
Oh, no, I don't like him at all. I really liked Cuomo because I kind of feel like during the pandemic, he really helped to.
Oh, no, that's the reason I voted for him.
Right.
Yeah.
And I like that he opened up the Second Avenue subway stop right near me. I mean, there were just things that he did that I really liked, and I like him. And I just kind of feel that this Mamdani, first of all, he's way too young, too inexperienced. And
Isn't the time though for somebody to write new rules?
Yeah.
People always think something new is going to be better.
Well, it's not that it's going to be better. You have a different way of looking at stuff, And so I don't dismiss age. I mean, if he's 13, I'm not voting for him. But I saw this guy on the Sunday programs this week. God, he's smart. He's real smart. He was on with Kristen Welker, and she did 2 segments with him. And the reason I never interview politicians is because I could never get a straight answer out of them. And it's just a waste of time, And I've been very disappointed with most politicians when they haven't been honest and straightforward. This guy didn't dodge a single question that she asked. And he didn't do the old diversion thing where they ask a question and then you give an answer to a different question. Okay. He was very straightforward. He said, I have a plan. I know how I'm going to get these things done. He said a couple of them are test plans, and if they don't work, we won't do them any longer. He said, like the idea of city-owned grocery stores. He's not going to open one on every corner in New York. He's going to open one in every borough and see how it works. And then if it works really well, we'll do more. And if it doesn't, we'll shut the program down. But I mean, he was very honest, very straightforward. And I found that refreshing, And then when I compared that against Cuomo, who's just kind of old politics now, he didn't even look like he really wanted to run. He didn't even look happy doing it. Well, this guy had joy going. And so I'll have my chance to vote for him. Why don't you like him,
Andrew?
Andrew?
You're muted.
Sorry, I had to mute on. It isn't whether I do or don't like him. It's the way that the current strategies work with the media machine. The people who would vote in other elections that have nothing to do with New York are never going to hear any of the positives of the guy. They're going to hear Muslim, too young, inexperienced. They're going to throw anti-Semitic, whether he is or he isn't.
Okay.
And the media machine is such.
Democratic socialist.
Right. The word socialist, which they don't understand that there's a difference between a Marxist, a socialist, and a democratic socialist.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter because the uneducated population are going to tag him as now the poster boy for all Democrats.
Trump called him a communist.
Exactly, because and nobody in the media will ever say to Trump, "You said he's a communist. Which tenet of communism?" Nobody asks the questions to get them. So with the current media machine, it's the same reason Kamala ran. I thought she was going to be a great president. So before anyone says I'm shitting on Kamala, but she was a woman, she was a minority, she was black, she was all of these things that they ran on. And that became the tags, the same way they demonized Hillary. To win back, we can't go too far off of the center because the media machine that is the Trumpism prevents anyone from getting the messages. I guarantee you, no one in the country who's got a red hat on saw anything of the positive of this guy.
Oh,
and he has no ability to get that out there in the front.
But his basic message was one that really resounded well with New Yorkers. I mean, you got to remember this guy had 1% recognition in January. And by the time it was time to run for the primary
in New York City, which people from New York seem to think that that's the center of the universe. The rest of the world doesn't think so.
Part of this game will play in other parts of the country. To go to Omaha and say you're a democratic socialist, maybe that doesn't play well. Okay. But in New York, he ran mostly not on being a democratic socialist. He said he was, and that's what he is. But he just went on to say what he would do to kind of make life better for New Yorkers by stabilizing the rents.
All of that's true, Alex. But when it comes to the meta,
women and that kind of message would work anywhere.
Yeah.
If that message wasn't completely overcast by the right-wing machine, it's the same. Would Pete Buttigieg be a good president? Probably yes. He's brilliant. All of those things. If you listen to the right-wing media, everything they're talking about is the perversion of his background and his inexperience. And it's you have to have, we've got to get back to the power of the media and the control. And this guy is everything the Republicans want to label all Democrats as.
I absolutely agree with everything you said. My only hope is that, I mean, he did a hell of a campaign and on the street. And I'm hopeful that at the ground level, at the local level, that people get convinced.
I think what the bottom line, as opposed to what Andrew is saying, is that yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. But if he becomes mayor and he does turn things around and people's lives are better here and people see that,
they're going to be micro messaging through TikTok and everything else that the guy is a Marxist, that he's anti-Jew. All of that stuff gets micro targeted.
Are we talking about Don Giller?
Yes, we are. We are. Yeah. I just got word that the police ran him out of my state, found out he was in Yellow Springs, and sent his sorry ass back to New York. So get back to your apartment.
You know what I always found interesting is how they can call somebody anti-Semitic when they're part of a Semitic race.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
could figure out.
It's a word. Words are used.
Yeah.
I've been called anti-Semitic, and if you look at my DNA, it's 99.9% Ashkenazi Jewish.
Yeah.
And because I'm not a religious person and don't believe in it, I'm anti-Semitic.
No, well,
I'm not anti anything. I'm just not interested.
There's a label for you, you know.
Nihilist.
Shonda
An
for the Goyim.
anti-Semitic Jew. That's the label.
Oh no,
That's what they
Shonda for the
say.
Goyim, I think
No,
is.
I'm a
No,
proud
it's just,
atheist.
no. Sorry, it's a self-hating Jew. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can't say that I'm self-hating as much as I am other-hating. But
Yeah, but you're an equal opportunity hater.
nah, there's a couple people I don't hate, but
And
don't tell them. I don't
what
want
I
them to
really
know.
find funny now, or not funny, it's kind of weird, is Trump is going after Harvard because they're anti-Semitic. Come on, let me determine that.
They
Okay?
once actually were, but that's a long time ago.
Yeah, well, the scariest thing right now is that the DOJ has said today that they are going to strip citizenship of anyone who earns citizenship and commits a crime.
Yeah.
So if you're whatever the crime is, they haven't decided if it's a felony, if it's a misdemeanor, or
Traffic
otherwise.
tickets?
So I'm still waiting. I want to deport Melania. She lied on her visa application. It's been proven. She did not graduate. She did not graduate from college.
Take citizenship away. I don't see anything in the Constitution that gives anybody the right to take anybody's citizenship.
Well, now we're getting too political.
If you say that again, Charlie, if you say that again, I'm taking your citizenship.
Don't get Charlie going. He's one argument away from a heart attack.
If you have a heart attack, Charlie, I'm taking your citizenship.
Oh, hey, look who's leaving work early. Do they know you're leaving this early?
Look at that.
Can't even sneak out of work.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so I mean, but it's interesting what happened here, and I think it was the old versus the new, and I think this should be a warning sign to Schumer. I mean, it could happen to him here too. You know, all it takes is for somebody to take something out of this guy's playbook and use it running for senator, and maybe Schumer's days are numbered. So, you know, I think it's certainly a sign to the Democrats that they got to get a little more modern in their approach and a little more back to basics of being able to care about people and deal with their problems. And this guy did that, whether you like him or not. You know, he inspired joy in at least 45% of the voters so far. So, you know, but
even MAGA people know the importance of having health insurance.
Yes, especially when they're sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I don't want to get into, I don't want to mention the T word. Okay. Well, I think I already did. Let's see, Canada, Canada, I can't figure out what's happening with Canada. What are they doing? At first they said they weren't going to ship stuff to us. Then they said they are.
All I know is that there's and because of this show, we've talked about it a lot. There's a lot of made in Canada signs that are showing up all over the place now. Like, it's really starting to expand, including like a McDonald's. I've taken a couple of pictures and I meant to send them to you. A couple like McDonald's semi trucks going down the highway. We can't make our fries without Canadian potatoes. We can't make our burgers without Canadian beef. Big Macs without the beef in there. A Big Mac without Canadian beef. Like, there's so much posturing when it comes to that messaging. And it's interesting to see.
That's amazing. You know, Canadians are very proud, and they're very, you know, they do not like being attacked. They take it very personally.
I would say, you know, it was funny. Like the election was gonna go conservative, for sure. And I actually, you know, I kind of wish it would have for a variety of reasons. But that sentiment that happened, like with what happened down there with all the tariffs and things like that, that changed the election entirely.
Well, let me ask you this though: when we talk about right winger here, when we talk about conservatives here, it's a whole different breed up there, isn't it? Conservative.
That's the name of the party. That's the name of the Canadian the Conservative Party. Yeah, is the name of the, you know. But I would say that The idea of like a traditional Republican, I'm painting in probably very broad strokes, and I'm ignorant as well. So please, but the idea of liking small government, personal freedoms, things like that, I would say that the conservative blueprint is similar in that regard. I would definitely say that, but they would never say, "Oh, we're going to get rid of our universal health care." They wouldn't say it like so. So I would say that it's not apples to apples.
Well, isn't it?
But I think with what happened down there, with the tariffs and all that sort of stuff, I think that a lot of people thought it became apples to apples, and there was a reflex to go and keep this party in that, in many people's opinions, over the last 15 years has not served us other than to legalize marijuana.
Yeah. Okay. But all I'm saying is it's a different mindset up there.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's a good mindset. Hey, Giller, how are you?
I love coming on to PopUp and listening to y'all guys talking politics.
Yeah. Well, we do and we don't. You
do and you do.
Oh,
No, otherwise I wouldn't.
He's become my Jiminy Cricket.
Yes.
Someone's got to be, and I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
I'm not sorry.
All right. Well, we won't talk about that anymore. What do you
Until the next time.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm just here to listen.
And learn?
Not learn, just listen.
I know. I was throwing a great straight line there. Anyway.
Hey, how about that urologist?
That guy's a pisser.
Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. I keep telling you I'm going to send you the address of my urologist, and then I never do. And I got to do it before you get a real bad prostate.
Oh, you got to do it before you die.
Well, I don't know how long that's going to be. Marjorie found out today she doesn't have to have her knee operated on.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Because they picked the wrong knee?
The pain. Just continue with the pain.
You opted for amputation?
Well, I'll tell you what happened the other day. She goes to get in the shower, and we have these rubber things. You know what they are?
The handles.
And then you flip the things, and they sucker onto the. Well, when you're running hot water in there, they have a tendency to come loose. So you got to resucker them up there. But she didn't think about that, and she grabbed one and fell on her knee in the bathtub, really screwed her knee.
Huh? Really hurts.
So what are you if you're not getting an operation, what are you going to do?
Just get the shots.
Cortisone shots.
I get
very good for that.
Shots, and then every 6 months I get a series of gel shots.
So now you can go on vacation.
Yeah.
I personally have a series of Jello shots.
Yes, that always works.
Whiskey or tequila?
Well, if she had Jello shots, it wouldn't hurt as much, would it?
No.
No, they're great.
Wait a second. Hold on. Len, have you tried a whiskey Jello shot?
No, I have not. Always vodka.
Yeah, vodka is
vodka.
I thought someone said, I thought it was you said, have you tried whiskey? I don't know. Well, that would be a very interesting dichotomy right there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
I've never had a Jello shot.
No?
Oh, I got one in the refrigerator. Would you like one?
Well, you know something? I can't tell you the last time I drank liquor. Maybe somebody gave me a little sip of something.
You take sips from me every once in a while.
A what? I do.
Take sips from me every once in a while.
Do I?
Yeah.
TMI.
I can tell you the last time I had alcohol, 1983.
Talking about liquor.
Last time I had alcohol was 1983.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Were you an alcoholic prior to that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was a jackass and didn't need enhancement.
I can't tell you. I think on my two hands, I can give you the number of times I've ever had a drink. Okay. And I just never liked liquor. I never liked how it made me feel.
I can tell you the last time I had a drink.
I can tell you two hands how many times I've had a drink in the last 5 days.
How many here are big wine fans who love wine?
absolutely.
Okay, all right.
My kids do it all
Yes
the
and
time.
no.
Now, you want me to tell you something terrible about Marjorie?
Oh,
Just make you cringe.
No.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Wow.
She puts wine in a glass and then adds ice.
I see.
Well,
Yeah, I
You
get it.
know,
Totally get it.
Yeah,
yeah.
what's wrong with that?
What do you mean you totally get it? Why do you get it?
I mean, like, it's just a stone's throw away from sangria at that point. Like, I know a lot of people that like to have their wine really cold. I understand.
Yep.
I personally, white wine I love chilled, red room temp.
But she gets it out of the refrigerator. That's where she gets
I
it.
put ice in champagne too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now we're getting really.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm sorry. I don't drink that much, so I can't complain. But if I loved the champagne,
But you will.
it would bother me. What? It would bother me.
Hasn't stopped you before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We went to 3 wineries. I live in wine country in Canada, where I 100 wineries within 100 miles where I am.
Wow.
And so yesterday, like, my brother's in from Montreal for the funeral, and so we took him and his partner out to 3 different wineries. And I mean,
I take it he's gay.
Indeed, yes, not his business partner.
You say partner, huh?
Yeah, his husband.
Yeah.
Which they're not officially married yet, but I mean, they've been 17 years together. So, but we took out to 3 wineries, and I mean, my brother hasn't been here for a long time, and it absolutely blew them away. The experience of going out and having this, a couple glasses and on a patio and above a vineyard and whatnot. There's a special kind of joy that just kind of shows up. It's so much fun. It's an experience.
Wonderful.
Where I'm trying to come from. It's
Yeah,
more than
we have like 50. We have 50 wineries within probably 10 miles of us here, and
yeah, exactly.
We go all the time.
Well, I
I got a wino sitting out here on the curb.
Yeah, I used to have a tea top, and I would drive up into wine country at night, and at a certain time of the year, the entire air was filled with the aroma of wine.
Yeah.
And it was
during the crush.
The smell was wonderful.
Yep.
It was absolutely intoxicating. Well, yeah. But we saw a documentary yesterday done by Mariska Hargitay on her mother, Jane Mansfield. And Marjorie did not, whether she was liking it or not. And then
I liked it.
No. But while in the beginning, you kind of went, I don't know. Because let's face it, Jane Mansfield was kind of an also-ran. She wasn't like a major player. She was for a short time, but not really. So the story of Jane Mansfield's interesting, but it's not that interesting. But the thing gets really interesting towards the end. And I won't tell you why, but it really does. And it's worth watching. It's definitely worth watching.
They reattach the head.
Oh my God.
Oh, ouch.
If you want a good documentary, watch Poop Cruise.
Oh, I'm going to do that. Yep.
What? Watch what?
Poop Cruise. It's on Netflix.
Poop Cruise.
The Poop Cruise.
There was a
Poop Cruise. That's about the boat where the crap started floating.
Why would you?
Well, I went to get my hair done Friday afternoon, and the guy that does my hair, who's hilarious, he was like, "Have you watched Poop Cruise?" And I was like, "No, that seems so disgusting." And he was like, "Oh, you should watch it." But then he was kind of like, "Well, I mean, it's pretty much just talking about shit in bags, so maybe not." But anyway, I'm sorry I cussed.
I watched that other.
But then I watched it, and it was fascinating. It to me was the ultimate commentary of Americans. They just refuse to poop. People just refuse to poop in a bag. So therefore it caused so much more of a problem because I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Well,
that's just so American.
That's,
Mandy, I have a question. Who's driving your car?
Who's driving my car? Me?
I don't see your hand on any wheel or anything.
There it is. See?
It's a Tesla.
That's the wheel.
Yeah.
I'm just holding it at the bottom, and I've been sitting in like slow traffic. So.
She's just waiting to hit something.
Oh, don't even say that. I still got
Yeah.
PTSD from my accident.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, to me, it was just like so American. Like there was people like, I'm not pooping in a bag. Like, of course you're not, because you're American. And then also, hey, we don't have any food. We've run out of food. Let's open the bar.
It's just one episode or a couple of episodes?
Yeah, it's just like a movie. It's like 90
okay.
minutes.
We should watch that, Marjorie.
What's it called?
Poop Cruise.
Poop Cruise.
There's a better documentary I was watching. It's a Korean thing called Squid Game. Those people were
started
violent.
watching. Yeah. Have you not ever watched the show? I started watching the third season.
I didn't like it.
What?
It is so violent, but to me, it's so interesting because it just speaks so much to like humans and like how, you know, the decisions you have to make, and you know what I mean. I think there's like a deepness to it.
We're talking about Squid Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I don't think Marjorie watched the whole thing.
Now, is this poop cruise similar to a pissing match?
No, they have a pissing match on the poop cruise.
Yeah. Yeah. That did start happening.
Candy and I went to a movie, went and saw the F1 movie.
Yeah, how was it?
I liked the movie a lot. I actually liked the Netflix show better, but the movie itself, if they're gonna add a fictitious story into F1, they did right by it. It was good. And I mean, it occurred to me though, it made me just want to go back and watch an earlier Brad Pitt movie, because Brad Pitt, I believe, is right around the age that he was when he did the movie Spy Game, or when he did Spy Game with Robert Redford. I believe Robert Redford is the age that Brad Pitt is now, and I just thought that was kind of interesting. So it was good, but it made me want to watch another Brad Pitt movie. Better.
Yeah. He's likable though. You know, he's really likable. Yeah.
Oh, that dude he might be my generation's. I don't even know who he would. I don't
Charlie
know.
Chaplin.
Paul Newman might not be the right one, but he's my.
Robert Redford.
Yeah.
He looks like, I always thought they should do a father-son movie because to me they look so much alike.
Yeah.
Well, in Spy Game, they very much had that mentor-mentee relationship, and it was really good. But yeah, I think Brad Pitt probably is my generation's. It might be Redford, actually.
I guess my big star when I was growing up, I mean, as I was
Buster,
was Paul Newman.
Yeah.
I watched, there was an hour of Paul Newman retrospective on PBS, and
Yeah, we saw it. That was great.
It was just so much fun. He has made so many movies that have been absolutely amazing, and of course he's Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was my dad's
car racer at one time.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
He used to be a car racer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Very good at it too, actually, for a while.
Yeah.
My dad always, like, he had to, since my parents were divorced, he would take us to movies that he wanted to see. So I saw so many movies as a young kid, like 7, 8, 9 years old, where I had no idea what was going on. I mean, he took us to see The Sting.
Yeah.
And I was just, I mean, I had to watch it later as an adult because, you know, of course, it just went right over my head as a kid. But and Butch Cassidy, it's the next kid, you know, right over my head.
Yeah. You know who's in the Sting? You know, the black guy in the Sting is what's his name's father? The CNN announcer guy.
Anderson Cooper.
No.
Black guy.
But what was his name?
Bernie Shaw.
No, you know who I'm talking about. The black guy, the Darth Vader.
What? James
Wow,
Earl
are you all
James Earl Jones?
Huh?
Are you talking about Don Lemon?
James?
What are you people losing your mind like I am?
What are you talking about?
You're not talking about Don Lemon?
Okay, who played Darth
Robert
Vader?
Earl Jones.
Robert Earl Jones was his father.
James Earl Jones?
James Earl Jones' father, is in the Sting. He's the black guy in the Sting.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
And you listened to him, and I said to Marjorie, it's James Earl Jones's voice. It's the same voice.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
And he
I'm
could have.
looking for I Am Your Father joke, but I can't find it.
Yeah, there is a. I'm. Yeah. So anyway.
Was Brad Pitt the guy in Thelma and Louise?
Yes, that
Yes.
was the
Yes.
first movie I ever
Oh
saw.
my God, he was amazing.
That was like one of his first
Was.
films.
That was his first movie.
Yes.
His first movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boy.
There's a fun Brad Pitt story. Mike Tyson. I saw Mike Tyson on stage, and he told this story. And when Mike Tyson was going through his troubles, one of the bouts of his troubles, his wife Robin Givens, he would go to her house all the time. They were estranged. He would go to their house, and so one time he went to the house and unannounced, and she had picked up a waiter from a local restaurant in Hollywood, aspiring actor trying to make it. He gets there, and Mike Tyson's telling the story, and then it reveals who it is, but he's telling the story, and he's saying, the guy just comes up to him, whoa, I know who you are. I didn't know this was, I'm sorry. And he's trying to just back the situation off. And then suddenly on screen, Brad Pitt's face appears, and Robin Givens had picked him up while he was a waiter and brought him home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my favorite Brad Pitt.
Yeah. But these are stars for today, but these are the older stars for today.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, just like I could say Brad Pitt was another generation from Paul Newman.
Yep.
Brad Pitt's another generation from I don't know who. They're
Roscoe Arbuckle.
Roscoe Arbuckle
or Don Giller.
Don Giller.
Well, Pacino and
Yeah.
Al Pacino and
De Niro.
De Niro, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, De Niro, Pacino for sure.
Are any of those actors though that you feel were overrated and were just venerated because I don't know because I never thought Al Pacino was that good.
Oh, really? Wow.
I always thought he was pretty mediocre.
I thought he was good.
Yeah, he has such an interesting face. Like his eyes, are so expressive.
I mean, with Paul Newman, you can, when you say, well, what did Paul Newman do? And then you could list
everything,
20 films that he had done.
Yeah.
But if you list Pacino, they go, well, Godfather, Dog Day Afternoon, Scarface. No, he's terrible in
Scent of a Woman.
Scent of a Woman.
Scent of a Woman for sure.
Scent of a Woman, he was great.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I think he flipped. I think he turned into that character. I think that's who he is. He's the gulag because of that movie.
Yeah, but I mean, I never consider him a very good actor.
Well, he's no Mr. T.
Was he a method actor?
I believe so. I think he could be considered that. Definitely.
I'm talking about Al Pacino.
Pacino.
Yeah,
it may be. But
He was
De
a method guy.
Niro is absolutely be considered a method actor. Although I'm wondering, did he go to the actor's studio though?
Mm-hmm.
Method actors usually came out of the actor's studio.
He came out of the actor's studio.
And a lot of them were trained at Juilliard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And Paul Newman was at Juilliard.
But he was also actor's studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Hoffman's a good example. That's a great example.
Love Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, that guy.
Dustin Hoffman had a pretty good career. Yeah, I thought he was pretty good. Yeah.
Hey, Alex, your name came out this weekend. I was making Henry watch Coal Miner's Daughter because we'd gone to Nashville and Ryan and we were just talking about all the people, and I was like, "You ever seen Coal Miner's Daughter?" He was like, "No," so I made him watch it. And then I was telling him about how she won an Oscar. I said, but I'm sure Alex Bennett would not agree that she won an Oscar because she was just impersonating somebody. So you don't think people should win Oscars because
but that's what
I agree with that.
That's what I'll tell you right now who's going to win the Academy Award for Best Actor next year. What's his name? The guy from The Bear.
Really?
He's playing Bruce Springsteen.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Yes, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Nothing wrong with Bruce Springsteen.
I know, but
It's true. It's true.
do impressions of people usually win Academy Awards. There was one period of time, I can't remember when, but there were like 4 years in a row where every best actor and actress were imitating somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know.
Okay, so do you include? Okay, so let's go. Born on the 4th of July. Tom Cruise is playing an actual guy, and it was based around his life story. Or again, the year before, I think it was Rain Man, Dustin Hoffman, playing an autistic person, and a real. Do you include that, or do you?
Yeah.
Do they have to be?
Those aren't famous.
Celebrities.
Right. I'm thinking famous people.
Celebrities. What about Christian Bale?
A few years ago, the guy who played the guy from Queen won.
Yeah, Rami Malek.
Rami Malek.
Yeah, Rami.
What about Christian Bale playing Cheney? To me, that was kind of bonkers.
He got nominated though for that.
For sure.
For that, I remember. I don't know. I can't remember if he won or not.
I thought he deserved it. He was.
That took a lot of makeup.
That's a lot of everything.
And no heart.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And for instance, if they made a movie of Don Giller's life, who do you think should play him?
Alex.
Don Giller.
No.
Yeah, let's shift the attention to someone else, okay?
Oh, okay. If Marjorie were to be played by somebody in a movie, who should play her?
I'll play her.
The hair's kind of close. That's not bad.
Oh boy.
John Michael Higgins should play Don Giller.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got the chin.
There you go. That's the guy who played Letterman in The Late Shift.
Yeah, right.
Who should play Alex?
What?
Who should play
Who
you?
should play Alex?
Who should play?
Al Pacino.
You need a voice.
I think Margaret Wong.
Everybody would go to see that movie about me and go, who?
Who is he?
Yeah. Anyway, we're running over time.
Yeah.
Anyway, and look who's going. We'll say goodbye to Andrew Deutsch. Okay. Then we'll say goodbye
I'm going to.
to Mandy. Don't go yet, Marjorie.
Why?
You can wait till the end of the show. Jeez, you're just warming up dinner. I saw what you were making.
No surprise.
Thank you, Mandy. We appreciate it. Kiddo,
Thank you.
and Paula, always wonderful. Francine, good to see you, my dear. Ed, no, get to him last. Len LaFrisco, thank you, Len. Mark Chisholm up in Canada, good to have you here up in Connecticut. It's Jeffrey Stein down there in deep in the heart of Texas is Charlie Wallace. Over in the other bedroom is Marjorie Miller. And Don Giller is next to Marjorie Miller, and that rhymes. Wait a minute, I'm going to watch it. Yeah.
Are you having a heart attack?
Is that your impression?
Marjorie.
Wow.
Marjorie usually counts them for me. How many was that?
That was two?
Three or four.
Yeah, at least four.
Six of them were fake.
Anyway, thank you, Marjorie Miller. Thank you, Don Giller.
Mike, you look like. No, I was going to. Mike, you look like your face is fuller than the last time. You haven't been online in so long, and I'm noticing it's a little bit fuller than.
I think his beard is a little more full.
Yeah, maybe it's a beard.
Yeah,
that could be it.
Yeah,
that could be it. I'm losing weight, so I don't know.
It's the hair dye. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Weight on purpose, or
Yes.
just generally? And
Really, you've lost weight?
Yeah, I've been losing weight. I've been going to a trainer and doing a whole bunch of stuff to try and fix my stuff. Hey, on Wednesday I do ketamine. Wish me luck, guys.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
What for?
Take it all at once.
What, to do away with depression or something?
Yeah, like a whole bunch of stuff. Just it's been a hard 6 months.
Okay,
So
well, we'll talk about the ketamine next time.
when I come on the show, I'll come on. That, and then when you and I can talk about it when I come on your show.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
And
finally,
ask Alex to send you where his urologist is.
Oh, Jesus.
Dig.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.
You're
Edward.
getting the
Wait.
name. And thank you so much to, did I say goodbye, Jeff? I say goodbye to you.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, to sign us off, as he does each and every week traditionally, it's Edward Berto who says,
That's all, folks.
Folks.
bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for being here, everybody.
Thank you.